Is Juneteenth. It is a holiday celebrating the final emancipation of enslaved people in the United States. Our Sam Carter is learning more this morning about that day and so much more at Roots 101 African American Heritage Museum downtown this morning. Sam, good morning.
Good morning, Carrie. Yeah, a really incredible place, Roots 101. It hits you right when you walk in the door. The majesty and importance, really, of this place, and the guy who probably has a great team behind him, but is behind it all. This is Lamont Collins. Lamont, let's start from the very beginning. For those who are watching this who may not be fully educated, talk to me about Juneteenth and its importance not only to the African American community, but its importance, what should be really to everybody.
Well, I think when you talk about Juneteenth, you have to talk about history as a whole. When we came to this country, descendants of kings and queens that were enslaved in this country. So we didn't come as slaves, we were enslaved.
Sure.
So I think that's the first thing to talk about. When you talk about Juneteenth, it was a day of celebration from when we were free, but it was just a celebration. We were celebrating to do what? Because nothing was in structure for black people when they were free. And I think we mix up celebration with the idea of revealing what we are and who we are.
Sure.
So Juneteenth is important in the sense of freedom, but it's all we got was freedom. We were free to go nowhere.
Yeah, and we're standing in front of a symbol of freedom kind of the world over, at least in this country.
Yes.
It's a Liberty Bell, obviously. It rang on the day that we declared our independence from Great Britain, but this has a special meaning here and to communities all over. I want you to talk to me a little bit about this.
Well, you hit the story. You learn in school the whole story about, you told me the whole story, right?
Yeah.
But we don't talk about, not the crack in the bell, it's a crack in the foundation of America, because black people wasn't free in 1776. So when we talk about 4th of July, 4th of July did not include us. We were considered 3/5 human. So even when we talk about the 4th of July in the books that we read, when we tell the true story, black people wasn't free to 1863 or 1865 on Juneteenth.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's at Galveston, Texas, 1865.
Exactly.
This is an incredible space, Roots 101. I encourage anyone with even a passing interest in their own history or the history of the world or the United States to visit this place. It is incredible. We'll be with Lamont all morning, learning not only about Juneteenth, but about the story of African American peoples, both in Louisville and in the United States. This is an amazing place. I encourage you to come see it.
Absolutely it is. If you've never been to Roots 101, we are so lucky to have that here in Louisville. Commending Sam this morning for going out there and getting the history. A lot of people don't know the true history of Juneteenth, so stick with us this morning. We're going to be talking about that and learning so much more. Matt?
It's a great day to go down to Roots 101, too. It's an indoor thing, right?